Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. So, we were fighting with Lyla, and she is a piece of work. Yeah. Anyway, so we were fighting with Lyla, and then we continued to fight with Lyla, and Gorbel ended up leaving the room for some reason, and the door shut, and the room descended, which that was pretty wild. Yeah, lots of stuff kind of happened in there between different blows. Me and Tomas are getting our butts, at least hurt. I don't want to say kicked. There's still redeemable moments, maybe. I don't know, I got 40 HP, what do you think?
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Hello! Hi!
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table of the internet, we have our players.
I'm Billy, and I play Willem.
I'm Tomas, and I play Tomas.
I'm Lindsey, and this has gone relatively normal for the first time in a while. I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is episode 127.
Yes, I love 27.
The best number, truly.
127. This is a wondrous time.
It was a good year.
Yes, 127, height of the Roman Empire.
My grandpa was born then.
My
Year
birthday
127.
is a 27
That's true.
Of
with
one?
100. I don't know.
I don't know. One of those.
What am I, a mathematical genius?
Like I ever numbered before.
This might be the longest stream of episodes where we're like in one like encounter. I don't know if there's been another one.
Usually you guys scream and cry by the end of the second episode of pure combat, so, you know, I'll yank you out of it. But
I was screaming and crying during our entire break.
I mean, Gorbel fucked off from the fight.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? You just had to fight a door.
I know.
Doors are hard.
Then I had someone else do it for me.
Exactly.
Seth, what is your little cup? It's just a little baby
little
cup.
sake glass. I'm drinking sake.
We drink water from them.
Let's hop over to tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Hopping on over. Here we go. Hoppity.
Weird.
That was like perfectly matched up on my side. It was probably a little bit delayed on yours, but
That was super weird. Why are we in such weird sync today?
I don't even know. Cowpoke.
Ol' shit whiskers.
Oh, shit whiskers. So for this week's Around the Campfire question, we're going to mix things up just a little bit. So I asked the group to give me random words, titles, phrases, person, places, or things, and I will tell them what each of these are. I figure it's just a way of kind of, you know, breaking up the monotony of them always getting to field all the questions, and yeah, maybe it's something that we'll do in the future. Who knows? Maybe this will be terrible and I won't be able to think of anything. So
Somebody just leaves a review. These suck. Don't do it.
all right. So does everybody have theirs ready to go? Remember, it's just a word, phrase, something like that. You don't even have to know what it is. Hopefully you don't know what it is, because then I can tell you about it. But I'll roll the D4, and then we'll just roll those dice on the explanations of what they are. All right. Does everybody know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I will know when I'm called upon.
Okay, gotcha. Well, you're called upon.
I went first last time.
Okay, fine. Let me re-roll.
Oh,
here.
wow.
Just pick someone else.
Roll it with you again. Okay, Willem.
I'm going to need you to tell me what a Quellis is.
A Quellis. So a Quellis is this large construct. It's over in Zugo, inside one of the cities of Dao Pao. And basically what is this large structure, this big ass building that allows water to be piped up and purified at the same time with magical energy. So they have these mages that will basically pull all the impurities out of water, out of the swamp water specifically, because it's a lot of jungle, and be able to kind of send it down these sort of bamboo and wood pipes to pipe it through Dao Pao, because Dao Pao, being the capital of Zugo, is kind of like at the forefront of their own industry. So that's what the Aquilus is this building that basically purifies all water by magical means.
All right.
So in case you were wondering what that was.
I did have it marked on my tour guide.
Now I know I got to go see these mages. Yeah, they are typically people who, focus more on like the elemental side of magic and specifically like water, but some of them will focus on like, earth style magic so that they can pull minerals and stuff out. They'll work in tandem, pull impurities out, pull nutrients out and redirect them or infuse them, fortify them. All right, let's see. Who's next? Tomar, you have been rolled on so many times.
What is dull iron, Seth?
Dull iron is actually, it's a misnomer. So dull iron is a form of crystallized mithril, like infusion process that was developed by the dwarves. So back about 1,000 years ago, dull iron, because it had less luster, because it was like using, crystallized minerals and kind of folding that in sort of like the process with the mithril, it lost a lot of its sheen, but it's actually an extremely, extremely strong metal and is rumored to be one of the strongest metals that exists in the world, though the process for both producing and mining it have been lost to time. It's believed that somewhere in the recesses of the Balderak or near Wirecrag are the secrets of how to process and produce dull iron.
Nice.
It's also a tasty cereal, which is the correct answer.
A dwarven cereal that was named after the
Made of iron.
All right, Gorbel.
Okay, so this is a little bit embarrassing. Well, I don't know if it will be or not because nobody will tell me what this means.
Okay.
And I remember asking people when I was little, and they said you would have to wait until you get older, and then they would always laugh and walk away and act like I was an idiot, and nobody would tell me. So can you please tell me what a torpinger is?
I'm sorry, it's a what pincher?
Torpinger?
Torpinger?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's, you shouldn't be so embarrassed by the torpinger. It's not something necessarily that you need to know about. So when two people are married, regardless, the torpinger is actually the kind of the bonding ritual in what is basically like a lot of elven cultures, and half elves use it too. The torpinger, as opposed to like a unity candle that some cultures will use, or like sands. The torpinger is this small little object that is bent and kind of fastened so that it can actually clasp the sleeves of the two people being wedded together. And it's this like bonding ceremony, and kind of like the freedom of movement, but still together. You can still move your arm as much as you want, but you are together in your movements. So it symbolizes freedom of movement inside of the relationship that is, being forged there while still being part of the same cloth. So it's not necessarily that it's embarrassing. It's just when you get older is when you tend to get married. And that is, something that people will do. And it kind of goes outside of elven and half-elven culture. Some people have adopted it, humans and maybe even half-orcs.
Well, that was a disappointment.
Also, it's
much like everything in life.
It's an attachment that minotaurs use for their horns to put spoons
and
on.
a type of cereal.
Yeah.
All right, that leaves Pinwin.
Zigzag tree bucket.
Zigzag tree bucket. You would bring up Zigzag tree bucket. So Zigzag tree bucket is actually like a folklore hero. A lot of kids know about him. Basically, what happens is during the last night, so the last day of thaw, the day right before first day of spring, Zigzag tree bucket apparently shows up to various... Okay, so to be fair, this is very common in halfling and elven culture. Anyone that kind of, spends a lot of time around trees, he is a creature who if you just hear him described, sounds kind of creepy, but he only moves in a zigzag motion from side to side, but he moves very, very fast. And if you leave a tree or a bucket at the boughs of your tree, or maybe at the roots of your tree on the last night, the first day of spring, he will put flowers or seeds inside of your bucket, and through that you can sort of plant those and have a good spring. However, if your bucket is filled with red earth, that's actually a very bad sign, and that's unlucky. And usually kids who had been bad throughout the year, that's what they receive. And I mean, there's a rumor going around that it's parents and the zigzag tree bucket isn't real, but you know that that's not true. You know zigzag tree bucket's
totally
gotta be real.
real.
But on the last night, he will appear while everyone's sleeping and give you a gift, and that's who Zigzag Tree Bucket is.
I just can't believe how fast Zigzag Tree Bucket is. Wow.
No one's ever seen him. You thought you saw him one time when you were a kid. But
I was
then
gonna catch him.
You were like, oh, maybe not. Maybe it was one of those gliders. Is that what you call them? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a glider.
Yep.
So yeah.
Could have been him, though, just really fast.
Yeah, could have been.
Know.
You never know. But so I'm glad I could help you guys out and give you a little bit of information about the world.
Thanks.
Thanks. Omnipotent disembodied voice.
You're welcome.
A zigzag tree bucket is also a device
Cereal.
you can eat cereal out of.
Zigzag Tree Bucket brought to you by Kellogg.
You just hang it. You hang it on cords and you push the bucket from tree to tree and you put cereal in it.
Tomar has had a very strange childhood. He was just making up things about things that he heard.
Zigzag Tree Bucket. It's the Zigzag Tree Bucket murders.
He's a psychopath.
On this scratch of earth, Zigzag Tree Bucket killed 400 rabbits.
Whoa.
Cue the True Detective opening.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get started?
Yeah.
All right. When we last left off, everything had kind of dropped for you guys. You were basically plummeted a number of feet. For those of you other than Gorbel in the ruins, you descended. You fought Lyla, and then Pinwin, after you kind of gave another final attack, Lyla turned into a big cloud of mist and dispersed throughout the room. The mist still hangs in there, but it has she's some sort of misty creature. So if you include Willem, there are only 2 of her minions left. And Willem, you were surprised to find Shigara was she jumped down from her perch and put like a hand on your face and a hand on your hands and told you to calm. And Gorbel, you were in the antechamber, and you were basically trying to figure out how this door opens. Somebody was pulled out of the door or out of the wall, and then you guys pushed the door open and found yourselves in a majestic, misty room with a orbiting seal. And we're going to pick up with you, Tomar. It is your turn.
Does it look like Willem is being dissuaded or his mind altered when Shigara comes down?
Give me insight.
Damn it. 21.
21. Willem, I need you to give me a wisdom save with advantage.
With advantage?
Yes.
Not much better. 17.
17. You're feeling very strongly that you should listen to Shigara, but there's something kind of clouding your mind still, this like intense and burning passion to listen to what you've been told to do. So Tomar, you see like this inner turmoil within Willem, but it doesn't look like he's been dissuaded too much.
And
Willem!
Dr. Jones strikes short round.
I try to call out to Willem, but seeing as he looks all funky, I'm going to turn my... This wolf looks like he's in bad shape, right?
No, actually. This one looks pretty okay.
I thought you said he was like hanging on.
No. He was the one that was like doing fucking Good
Capoeira.
Well, I'm gonna run up to him and hit him for a 34 to hit,
shit. Okay, that hits.
and my weapon is gonna glow brighter than normal as I cast Searing Smite. But first, make a Wisdom save.
That is a 29.
Okay, so 14 normal damage,
Okay.
10 fire damage, and make a con save.
That is a 19.
Okay, so he takes 1 extra fire damage.
All right. You watch as the like wolf humanoid vampire sort of thing, like kind of like struggles a little bit and then kind of collapses to the ground, but doesn't turn to ash or anything, just collapses.
That's it.
All right. Gorbel, back to you. So, you've not kicked. You guys tricked that guy into opening the door or convinced him to open the door, and you are now in the chamber that you exited. It doesn't look like that.
And I see the seal.
You do. It's like a floating circular seal, like magically produced, and it's like bright glowing red.
And it's just like floating there.
Yes, in like a room full, like a misty floor, and then just like nothing.
I'm going to turn to my colleagues.
Okay.
Is that the seal?
So they all kind of like look around, and they all eventually just kind of like look at Bem, and Bem looks back at the seal, looks at you.
I believe that is.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Are you trying to protect the sea?
Yes. No, but protect.
Well, then we must protect it. I do not know what forces to save the sea.
Okay, but that wasn't there when the room was here. So what if the room comes back and then we can't find the seal? Can we move it?
I do not know that, but you must try if you wish to protect.
Shit, how fragile is a seal? Nobody told us.
Extremely.
Really?
Oh.
And he sniffs.
You have hobgoblin blood.
Shh, I know.
You should be able to seal the seal or break the seal.
Yeah, but I thought that hobgoblin blood was like bad on the seals.
It is how the seal is both created and destroyed.
But not how it's sealed.
It uses tape.
Consider it like a key. You cannot lock something, nor unlock it without the key. The blood is the key.
Yeah, I don't want to unlock it or lock it. I just want to like move it to a space where it's not going to get crushed or hidden by a room suddenly reappearing.
I do not know if you can move the seal from whence it is, but you may be able to permanently or long-term temporarily make it so that it cannot be found or broken up.
How do you do that?
I do not know that. Perhaps you should just approach.
I can't float or fly. So how am I supposed to get out? Oh, can you do that flying thing that you were doing before?
Sure.
And then suddenly, you have the ability to fly.
Suddenly I sealed.
Okay, let's get closer.
Okay, so the group of you guys all kind of float out there at various different like capability levels.
Okay, we get close enough where I can investigate it a little bit.
All right, give me investigation.
I'm just trying to buy time until my friends come back and have a better idea. Ugh. Okay, that is a 20 for investigation.
Okay, so you examine this seal, and it's kind of like slowly turning in place, and it's definitely of magical variety. You can't really make out what the symbols mean, as they are some sort of arcane script that your translator does not work on.
Common.
What?
I said common. She just can't read it.
And
I feel like there are so many limitations with this translator. Can't I do an update or something?
well, Arcane and Druidic script are never going to be able to be translated by this translator.
Boo.
But so you recognize that because it's not transforming, and it doesn't look like Druidic script. It looks like it might be Arcane script, which would make sense since it is a seal. But as far as like examining it that way, that's about the best that you kind of get. You don't really get any read off of it just from that.
I want to touch above and below it to see if there's like some kind of force holding it where it's supposed to be.
Does this all fall under the purview of a 6-second action?
Yeah, I know. We're about to switch over.
Okay.
So you reach out and you feel something strange. Now we're going to switch back to Pinwin.
Seth, would you kill us like before? Like, what would happen if I died when we're like in the last few episodes? Because like,
You would die.
Guess you'll die.
would you have me start a new character?
No,
the
you'll just
last
have to
few
sit there
episodes?
quietly.
Oh no! Then we better hope, like all of us hope I don't die, because we know I can't do that. So yeah, we are in combat. That's right. I'm going to run ahead and try to get to the candle for the love of God.
Okay, you are unimpeded in moving towards the candle, and you are able to get inside of the range.
Yay. Okay.
And do you have like a bonus action or a reaction? Because it will take you obviously a dash action to get there.
Well, what's your speed, Pinwin?
25.
Yeah, 25 for walking speed.
Well, the radius of the candle is 20 feet from.
But
where
remember,
the
it
candle
is still
cast.
floating 20 feet from the ground. Or 20 feet from the ground, so yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
That's what you originally had it do.
But
so,
if I floated down, then the candle would not be in midair.
so you were holding the candle? Okay.
I would have to, unless there's a special it flies.
Well, I thought you were
ability.
I thought you were moving it with like, I don't know. I really don't know what I was thinking.
Okay.
The whole time I've been thinking that you would just like set it up like halfway up in the wall.
You weren't thinking, and that's kind of the problem here, Seth.
Yeah. So you're holding on to it. So yeah, you wouldn't have to use the dash action then if it radiates 20 feet. So
You would just
could
have
get
to
up
move up
It'd
to
be just enough.
I would go farther back even, because 20 feet away from me is, or
That wouldn't
not, or
be-
not by Willem at all. Like get away from them.
Oh, it's radiating from you?
I'm holding the candle.
Oh. Oh my god. I could have had advantage earlier then, I think. F. Oh well, that's fine.
That was my bad.
No, that's okay. I didn't realize he was holding it either. I thought it was back yonder.
Yeah, I for some reason I had it in my mind that he had like set it in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, now that I'm here,
Now that you're here, so far away.
I'm oh god.
do that.
Right. I'm going to I'll cast Hunter's Mark on this wolf here. That's the only enemy right now, right? Other than kind of Willem.
He is, I mean, it's Willem, and then that guy is unconscious on the ground.
Oh, don't shoot him.
Oh.
Don't shoot an
Yeah,
unconscious
never
thing.
mind. I'm not doing Hunter's Mark then. I've that. What do I
And
do?
then you've got
then?
the mist surrounding you.
How do you hurt mist? I can't hide from it either.
With a dirt devil.
Maybe I'll just
You have
heal
any-
myself.
Shop vac.
A dehumidifier.
3d6 isn't gonna do a whole lot. I'm just running out of spell slots. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I'll shoot the unconscious wolf. It seems kind of mean at this point, but
You wouldn't have advantage anymore.
that's okay. I'm still going to shoot him.
Okay.
There's no one else to shoot right now.
I mean, you could shoot Willem.
I don't want to actively hurt Willem.
Well, you also don't have to necessarily attack something.
But he can also, he could also shoot you and kill you.
So, I mean, I would like to hide, but there's nowhere to hide. Can I crouch on the ground? Would I be harder to shoot with spells and stuff?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay,
Willem would have disadvantage to shoot you if you were prone.
is crouching on the ground prone?
Crouching wouldn't be prone. You'd have to lay down.
Right. I am not exactly 100% on what to do, so I'm going to shoot the wolf. Because that's a live enemy.
All right, you're gonna shoot the wolf. Okay, you have no advantage, so go ahead and attack.
Ooh! 31.
31 hits.
11 damage.
So you watch as the man laying on the ground. He's a human with like the wolfy features. He's got like kind of like darker hair, and he's just kind of like laying there with like he's got like hairier body parts. He's just kind of laying there and give me a perception check, Pinwin.
Can do. 27.
Okay. You actually hear a like kind of when the arrow slides in, you hear a weird like metallic clink. Then suddenly the mist around you, before you get a chance to do anything, Willem, the mist around you guys reforms up above, and what appears to be some strange amalgamation of what was once Lyla and now something else is floating in the air. This large, elongated creature with the face of Lyla that's been sort of shifted. Body, long limbs, they're just stretched out. The skin almost looking boiled and cracked like leather. And large, leathery bat wings kind of jutting out of her back as she floats above, eyes blazing like a golden orange red like fire, and she just starts cackling. Willem, give me a wisdom save. A Willem save.
Come on.
This bitch turned into a House of the Dead boss.
Roll bad. Roll bad.
Am I on disadvantage?
You are breaking even now.
Oh, okay. 15.
15. You are compelled. Willem, it is your turn.
Okay.
You've got Shigara like putting her hand on your face and her hand on your sword hand, but now you're finding it less than comforting. You're finding it kind of annoying.
I am going to shove her away.
Okay, give me a strength roll.
13.
Whew. You actually are able to do that. I rolled bad. You shove her out of the way, and she kind of stumbles, and you clear your path. You can see to your left is Pinwin, to your right is Tomar.
I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on Tomar.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
What's the save?
19 intelligence.
You shoved your girlfriend.
21.
Okay, so you cast Phantasmal Force, and Tomar, you just kind of like, no, like shove it out of your mind. You can tell there's a little bit of trepidation in this spell, almost as if it, like you've seen Willem cast spells before with full force and fury, and there was like a mild hesitation there. And so you were able to kind of like latch onto that and force it out of the way, almost as if it wasn't full gusto. All right, Gorbel.
Yes?
You have reached out to this seal up and down, and you feel weird, very thin strands like a spider web on above and below. And give me a wisdom save.
Ah, shoot. I'm not wise. But I am today, 19.
All right, very nice. So, Gorbel, you, as you start to like touch these strands, you're suddenly sort of transported. You're like kind of like tumbling through what appear like almost like veins or, you know, different sections of spiderweb, and you're just kind of like moving very quickly and almost like lightning. You're like how you imagine it looks when Tomar casts his message spell or sending, and you just kind of feel like you're just flashing across some current of some kind, and you become aware you're in a field surrounded by tons of flowers, and off in the distance there's a lake, and you can see there's a large magical dome above, and you can see that there are large creatures, hulking monstrosities, not hell dragons, but something else, almost like giants, wreaking havoc on a city that you've only heard of and never seen with your own eyes, Rose Lake. Then you get transported again, and suddenly you find yourself in Deepminster. And here in Deepminster, you can see people running through the streets screaming and crying as this large eye moves above the city. And wherever the iris and the pupil point, a huge column of magical energy starts basically frying everything in its path. And then you move one more time and out to the ocean, far, far in to the northern sea. And you can see that there's this little black pyramid off in the distance, floating above the water. And beneath it is a swirling vortex, a maelstrom almost, with magical energy pouring into it and coming out of it, wrapping around it like tendrils. And you start to pull back to Deepminster, and you see the throne room very briefly in a flash. You see this large creature hanging from the wall, almost like a massive primate. And in the center of the room is this big chrysalis. And then you're back flying in front of this seal, having touched that. And it's a very... You think that had you not been a little bit more sturdy in your convictions going into this, you might actually have taken some damage from that. But because you saved, you don't take any damage. But that's what you experienced by touching these like magical threads connecting the seal. You also get the sense that you think you just have this very confident feeling that you know how to keep the seal from being broken. We're going to switch now to you guys again.
She didn't.
Lyla is now hovering above, laughing. And she moves her finger. It's almost like a puppeteer. And you watch as there several flames appear in the room. You watch as these flames appear. They're like columns, but they almost have like a little electrical energy inside of them. Little purple lightning bolts kind of like... And they stay static. And once again, you watch as Lyla forms in the air this, like, thousands of black needles made out of, like, almost like dark matter appear in the air and converge above you, Pinwin. Pinwin? I'm going to need a wisdom save.
Advantage.
With advantage, because you're inside the candle.
Well, that one was a 9.
Okay.
That one was 11.
Okay.
Damn.
I've been rolling super bad today.
This is why I do analog, because then it's my fault, not the computer's.
That doesn't make a difference.
I mean,
Is it more than 46?
Yes, it is. Wasn't as bad as it was with Tomar. It is 68. 68 psychic damage to you, Pinwin, as this like crown of black needles just strikes you in the head.
I am unconscious.
You are unconscious.
shit.
Okay, and with this sort of thing floating in the air above you guys, she laughs again. And Tomar, since you are conscious, you can see these move forward. And then the top of these pyres start to crackle. You feel like something will happen soon. Willem, it is your turn. Give me a wisdom save.
20.
20?
Yeah.
Willem, you do not feel compelled at this moment.
Yay!
Ooh, buddy. Okay.
But you have shoved your girlfriend. I don't know what's worse.
And Sixpence None the Richer is playing at the roller rink right now, and you are fucking up in front of your friends.
Question. Is that wolf dead?
The one on the ground?
Yes.
On your turn, you can do a medicine check.
Oh my god. I'm 5 feet away from it. Is it fucking dead?
I don't know. I
All
can't
right,
tell.
fine. Do a passive. You could do it like a passive medicine check, or you can do a rolling medicine check.
Is this gonna work every time? Can we just bully you into what we want?
I mean, it makes sense that you'd be able to
26.
tell. 26. While the creature does not appear to be breathing, it also does not appear to be necessarily dead like you would be used to. It just doesn't have the telltale signs. It almost looks like it's resting.
Wake its ass up if we
Willem,
don't get to rest.
it is your
doesn't
turn.
Get to.
Okay. Do any of our runes have like healy abilities?
Bem does, sort of. Not really. Bem can heal one person. Psycho might.
And they're all in the hallway?
Yes.
They are up above you somewhere, but yeah, you're not sure exactly
'cause
how
it
far
dropped.
above.
Fuck. Well, shit. Tomar, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry to me? Pinwin's unconscious on the ground. I point at Pinwin.
Because I'm contemplating abandoning you.
Oh, you motherfucker. I will follow you to other dimensions.
with Pinwin, to save Pinwin.
All right, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try and shoot a web at Lyla.
Okay.
Fuck you. 20.
20. Okay, so yeah, you actually fire a web and it hits her. And she becomes restrained, and actually she falls. And she's much larger, so I need you, Willem, and I need Shigara, and I need, well, not Pinwin. And Tomar, are you still... I guess if you did that, then you would be no longer restrained as well. So Tomar, Willem, and I'm going to roll for Shigara, need dexterity saves. Willem, you'll have it at advantage because you would kind of know beforehand what's going on.
30.
30, okay?
$11.
11, okay. All right, and then Shigara got... So she'll be looking at 14. Okay, so Shigara moves out of the way, Willem, you move out of the way, and Tomar, you get... As she drops and lands on top of you, you are going to take 8 force damage. As this big, like, gangly creature drops down. You're able to kind of, like, avoid a lot of the damage. Willem, do you have any other moves that you're going to make here?
Yes, I have an attack that I would like to use. I'm going to shoot her with Shadow Arrow.
Okay.
And since she's been restrained and she's prone now, I assume?
Yes, correct.
Would this
She is a
count
large creature, though. now.
Okay. Would this count as a sneak attack by any chance?
If she is prone and restrained, no, I don't think you would have advantage, but I don't think it would count as a sneak attack necessarily. You could use the hide action.
You don't need to be hidden to do a sneak attack.
I just need to have advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So sneak attack.
Okay. Yep.
Sick nasty.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna shoot. Shoot her! That's a 21.
Okay.
Well,
that
I
hits.
guess I'll just roll to just 26 because advantage. All right, and normal damage. First up, we've got 15.
Okay.
And my sneak attack is 8d6, 27, and then 2d6 psychic damage. That's 8.
Okay, so that's
And
50 so far.
Go ahead and do a wisdom save I need a 19.
Oh boy, that is a 18.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you are unable to see anything farther than 5 feet away until the start of your next turn.
Okay, so Lyla gets fucked up real fast, drops to the ground, and then like just fucking hurt bad. And she looks like she's hurt fairly bad and is like trying to move around. You can see now that they're like the way that she landed. So she, if you guys can see here, she pretty much covers like this entire area. Willem, you were able to move out of the way. Shigara was able to move out of the way. And she kind of like lands on this entire area. So she's like kind of touching both you, Tomar, and her, and you'll have to like extricate yourself in this round. But you notice that as she's like laying there, something weird seems to be going on. Tomar, you notice that she's like starts being frustrated and trying to move and trying to crawl a little bit and trying to like extract herself. But then her face suddenly changes. And this big face actually turns up and looks right at you, Tomar, and just breaks into this huge grin. And then you hear, "Do it."
Okay.
She's talking
Tomar,
to
it's
me.
your turn. She's talking to you.
Well, when she fell into the area, she need to make a wisdom save.
18.
Okay. Well, she'll take 30 radiant damage.
She screams out for a second, and then it seems like she's back to smiling.
All right, I'm gonna fly up over her. I'm gonna go to Pinwin. Gonna cast Heal at 8th level, and you get 90 HP.
Ooh, thank you.
Where is Lufric's head?
Lufric's head is like right in this area.
And I'm gonna go down farther, and I'm gonna grab his head.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right, so Pinwin, you are revived, saved from death
Yay!
by your buddy Tomar.
Thank you,
looking
buddy,
rough.
Tomar.
Yeah.
And
you're welcome.
before we switch to Gorbel, Tomar and Willem, you guys both notice that this Lyla is acting very strange. The head
Stranger than
is
what?
it's odd because the head is like acting on its own accord, and it keeps looking around and smiling, and you keep hearing, "Do it, do it, do it," but not in her usual tone.
Why did that sound like Rory?
Maybe I'm just doing a bad job.
They sound kind of similar.
Gorbel,
Yep.
it's back to you.
So I'm back in action.
You're back in action for roughly 6 seconds. You get a little bit of, it's a little bit more relaxed with you because you're not currently in combat.
Okay.
We assume this happens over the course of the entire round.
Okay. After going on my trip, I
Unpack.
and take a night off. Okay.
Gotta try that
I-
lavender bath bomb.
At Dogwick.
It could have money in it.
Or a diamond ring. I feel like I need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take out a regular blade,
Okay.
not a magical blade,
All right.
just the normal type.
Okay. Thank you for specifying.
And I'm going to give myself a little cut
On where?
on my finger.
Which finger?
My left hand. Index finger.
Okay. Just want to know which one.
Okay.
So you cut it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
draw some blood.
Yes.
All right. What do you want to do?
I'm going to reach out to the seal.
Okay. You touch the seal.
I mean, that blood finger first.
Yes. You reach out and you touch the seal, and immediately once the blood touches it, it turns bright blue.
Oh.
and you can hear this like vague, faraway voice. It sounds like it's in your head, but from far away. And it almost sounds familiar, almost like you've heard it before, but not very often. It's a masculine voice, deep, and it just says from far away, "You must figure out how to command the seal, whether open or closed. Command it." Give me a history check.
Oh, God.
You're your very best subject.
I'm not good at history. Better than certain things, though. Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
25. History all over the room.
Gonna need a
You
hysterectomy.
immediately hear that voice, and you're like, "That's Rayalodian's voice." Like, I know that fucking voice. Why is like, you're thinking, like, why the fuck would Rayalodian specifically be talking to me?
Don't
Oh
like
my
that.
God. How do I command a seal?
With a club.
Nobody fucking talk. Let's see what she comes up with.
I look around at my partners and how do seriously that's a real question. How do I command a seal?
Everybody just kind of like looking around, and then Dirk is like, "Do you have anything that like can like override stuff?"
Override stuff. Like I have like a sword of nullification, but I don't want to nullify anything. I just want to
Like, what else you got?
I have my weapons, but I don't know if it's a good idea to use a weapon on a seal that you're trying to protect.
Yeah, this is hard.
Well, I mean, time is of the essence, so if there's anything, I mean, now's the time to just throw caution to the wind.
He definitely can't give you the answer for you.
Yes, that's. I wish that I could, Gorbel. Boy, do I wish.
There's some unseen force
I
preventing
can think of multiple options that I cannot say for some reason.
Well, sometimes you can get your own brain juices flowing through conversation.
No, that is perfectly okay. And if I had some abilities that you had, I would probably be able to figure something out. But sometimes you never know if you have something.
That felt backhanded.
It's
Please
not.
shut
It's not
up.
backhanded. I'm trying to figure out a way of saying this that doesn't sound backhanded.
I pull out my wolf blood blade.
All right.
And I'm holding it in one hand, and I'm holding my sword of nullification in the other, and looking back and forth between the two. And then I go with the wolf blood blade.
Okay. And as you hold the wolfblood blade, you get this like vague sense, almost like a magnetism of finding something. You can sense blood.
Oh, that's not what I was going to do. Okay. I'm going to follow that feeling.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep. Where does it go?
It seems to point right at the seal.
Does it move closer if I let it?
No. It's just like this weird sensation.
Okay. I move it a little closer.
Still feels the same.
And what happens if I poke it?
Nothing.
Okay, well, I was going to use it. I was going to use it to try to kind of cut those magical threads.
You can go ahead and make the attempt.
I do it.
Nothing really happens. They just kind of pass through.
Huh. Okay. Seal.
Seal?
Will you do what I want you to do? Will you come with me?
There's no response.
Damn it.
All right, we're going to switch back to you guys because that's definitely been 6 seconds. Lyla is
Dead.
on the ground, acting strange. You guys see that her large, extended hand is like clutching the one wolf man on the ground, and almost seems like she can't like extract herself from it. And she looks like largely vulnerable right now, as if there's a lot of energy being focused to distract her. Her head's like whipping around, but it's smiling every time. And anytime her eyes find one of you guys, you just hear, "Do it. Do it."
Whose turn is it?
Pinwin's. Back from the dead.
Do what? If she wants me to hurt her, I don't want to do it. That seems like the not good thing to do.
Kiss her.
I also love you.
Go give her gentle pets.
Pinwin, get away from it. You're right by those weird things.
Yeah, I'll run towards the direction of the door. I'll maybe go by Tomar.
Don't go by me.
Oh my god, why?
So they can't target both of us.
Well, I guess I can use healings. Okay,
Wait, yeah, you can use that. I will. If you're coming by me, use that.
Come here, give me a hug.
so does Mirrorluck need a body? What's happening with Mirrorluck?
Fuck Mirrorluck.
Won't he be helpful?
You're a fuck.
He's a rune. I have a bunch of bodies in my bag. You could probably use one. I don't even remember who else in there.
Nope, that's not the problem.
That's not the problem. Ev. Well, I guess I'll move towards like a back corner? What am I gonna do right now? I'm so confused.
You've got a large creature telling you to attack it, strangely.
Right.
You've got these glowing pillars of magical energy and a door that will not open.
Pinwin, I need some help. I'm not feeling good.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't need to be by Tomar to do this, so I will distance myself from Tomar to like the back corner. Yeah.
You could dash, but then you wouldn't be able to heal him unless it's a bonus action.
You can move diagonally.
That's
I
what
just
you did
wanted to
do.
move like sideways, not up in any sense, like as close to the back. Oh, I was right there. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, then that works. And then I'll cast Healing Spirit at 4th level.
Okay.
It's not gonna get you much, but 10 HP. Oh, but it keeps going, right?
Yes.
All right. So is that the end of your turn, Pinwin?
Yeah, I don't really want to shoot her. I feel like bad things will happen if I shoot her.
You can't shoot her anyway. You used your action for that. Unless
Oh,
it's a
that's
bonus
true.
action.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything around the room we could utilize to save our asses right now?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yippee. 34.
34, you perceive the fuck out of this room. So what you see is above you guys is this dome of like blackish mist, gray mist that's acting as a ceiling, and that's about 60 feet above you. So it's about 20 feet above this guy right here, this contraption that is still seems to be on and working. Something is happening within the giant cask there. The door, this is obviously the old map, but this is actually closed right now, and you slid down, so you don't know what would be on the other side of this. It looks like just a blank wall for the most part with a shallow recessed area. You've got Mirrorluck's body here, and because you perceive so well, Pinwin, as you're looking around, you don't see Mirrorluck's sword anywhere.
Where did Mirrorluck's sword go?
Did he look at those pillar things?
Yes, the pillar things seem to be made out of magical energy, and they look as though they are getting ready to do something very soon.
Okay.
Did you do anything else?
I don't think so. I used a spell. I can't shoot. I percepted.
That's fine.
Let me check in my features. Maybe there's something.
I guess you have bardic inspiration.
I know, I was thinking that. Well, guys, I'm not sure how we're gonna get out of this. It looks like, and I'll explain everything that I perceived. Looks like things are getting a little bit difficult. I don't know how this is gonna go. So Tomar, blow a kiss and send you some bardic inspiration. Hopefully this will help.
Thanks, Pinwin.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I couldn't heal more.
It's fine.
None of us are in good shape. Except I don't know what shape Willem's in, but he was attacking us. So, hi Willem, you're
Friendship.
next. In a good way. Yeah.
Willem, get the hell out of there.
Friendship.
Yeah, what happened? We're gonna have to talk later.
Speaking of Willem, Willem, it is your turn.
The flower, I'm helping.
How far down did we drop? Like, can we see where, like, the hole ends, I guess, up above?
You dropped at least 60 feet. You see the ceiling is like this, like I said, kind of like a blackish grayish mist kind of swirling there. That's as far up as you can see, is about 60 feet.
Okay.
So you can assume that you dropped at least that much, but you don't know how much more, or, if that's the exact amount.
And the doors are closed.
Yes.
And there doesn't seem to be any other sort of device, lever, or
The only
mechanism.
device that you see in the room is the thing that Shigara was connected to. That big platform with the giant copper vat.
Okay. I motion to Shigara for her to follow me, come with me.
Give me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
She's mad at you for shoving her.
She has a frowny face and her foot is stomping.
You guys are
If you don't
fighting.
know, I'm not telling you. 27.
Yeah, she's not happy about the shove.
Oh,
fuck
her.
She seems like she's not furious, like she knows something was up, but she's still not super cool with it. So as you motion to her, she's kind of and then keeps her distance, but goes to move at the same time.
Oh my God, dump her.
And I just look at her and I'm like, I'm sorry. I
And
mouth.
she mouths back, "It's okay, but we're gonna talk about it later."
Oh God. All right. And we are going to abscond from the fucking fire pillars and Lyla. I'm gonna look around to see if I can find the sword formerly known as Mirrorluck.
Give me perception.
I didn't perceive shit. 12.
You don't see it anywhere. It's weird. It just kind of disappeared.
And what's going on with his ragdoll body?
The construct body, as far as you can tell, is just laying there, completely lifeless.
Okay.
It's not a construct, is it?
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
the construct body for
He
a
went
really
into
long
the
time.
construct.
Yeah, but I thought he had to switch to something else.
Wait, what do you mean?
Mirrorluck?
Yeah.
I thought he had to switch to a human body at some point.
No. He's been in the construct forever. Since you guys let him get in the construct body.
Fair enough.
Tomar, do you think you can get those doors open?
I look over at Willem with some angry eyebrows. These doors behind me?
Yes.
Why?
We need a way out of here.
We need to stop whatever's happening in here. And I don't think we're going to be able to get out of here until we do. Gorbel was the one who was able to open the door. I can try and open it when it's the role-playing equivalent of my turn again. But until that time... Can you do something? Do you have a spell, or can you shoot something? I don't know.
I'm not sure how effective shooting lightning fire is. Unfortunately.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Do we need to figure out what's going on in that vat in the
The-
back?
Pillars of lightning fire? You
Are
want me
they
to shoot
made
them?
of lightning fire, Seth, or are they...
They're magical, but appear to have the same quality as lightning fire.
What's going on with that thing in the back?
It's still there.
What
it
is
still
it?
seems to be running somehow.
It's a
What
vat
is
that
it?
makes the
I'm
clones.
confused by it.
You don't know what it is, Pinwin. You've never seen anything quite like it before. Tomar and Willem have seen a very similar thing. But you, it's just like some contraption that Shigar was attached to.
I look at Tomar again. Do we want to do an encore of what we did at the Marston mansion?
I don't have the power to do that right now.
Well, do we want to just fuck it up good and proper?
Yeah. Then
Couple
I look at Lufric's head, and then I look at the clone machine. And then
Oh,
I
shit.
look back at the head, and then I look at Willem.
And I'm just sort of like, I don't know.
Anything else on your turn, Willem?
Cloning its head?
I suppose let's try and circumvent the lightning fire pillars and go up and around to the vat as far as we can.
Oh, so like using like a full dash action basically?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't think attacking the lightning fire pillars are going to do anything.
I think that's as close as you can get right there while circumnavigating them.
Okay. And I definitely don't want to attack Lyla at this point because she's doing the bad guy thing where they're just like, do it. Because if we kill her, I feel like we're gonna trigger something like breaking the seal or some shit.
Breaking the seal, breaking the seal.
Wow, wow. Lyla.
So is that it?
That's it for me.
Okay. Tomar, it is your turn, but as it becomes your turn, you watch as the pillars flash once, and then the head of Lyla turns and looks right at you, Tomar. If you are so predisposed, you could kill me now.
Whose voice is that?
It sounds very familiar in tone. It's definitely Lila's voice, but not the way she speaks. It's a different accent.
Is anything else happening?
That's it.
Okay. Because you were saying the pillars were doing stuff.
They do one flash, and you feel there's a sense of urgency here.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then have the wolf next to her make a dex save.
It fails.
He'll have disadvantage because he's prone.
Yeah, it immediately fails. It's so easy to get this wolf next to her.
All right, I'm going to shoot a radiant beam of energy down on him from the ceiling, and he does... wait, what was it? Shit. 17 radiant damage on his body.
Okay, you watch as the body disintegrates into ash, and as it does, give me a perception check, Tomar.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
23.
You see that as the body is burned away, there is a large chunk of metal that remains, as if it was somehow wedged within it. You see Miraluk's sword. Oh. And it is now digging into the flesh of Lila's body, as she had been leaning against it, and by default leaning against the sword within the creature itself.
Oh, you evil genie-ass motherfucker.
Okay. My turn is done.
As that happens, so you guys, Tomar, you see this, and you can see that the blade is digging into her arm, as if to imply that somehow Miraluk is connected with her. Perhaps even the reason she's saying, kill me, do it. At that moment, you guys watch as the pillars explode. Gorbel,
Yup.
we're at you.
Oh, here I am. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm going to use the word that's worked before with this blade, and I'm going to say submit.
And you watch as the seal shrinks down. And then you hear a tiny voice in your head. Sounds like Rayalodian again.
You would undo what I have made. However, would you prefer to demolish this seal? Or would you prefer to hide it, protect it?
Oh my god, I want to protect it.
The seal disappears.
What shit? You didn't tell me where we were hiding it.
You feel somehow as if this seal has gone into a space that you were quite familiar with. It's almost as if it's the same space that you pulled your gargantuan mansion from.
Oh, the one that, like, a bunch of people have mysterious access to?
Better than where it was. This is a net positive, I would say.
The seal disappears, and at that moment, the misty floor beneath disappears. And Gorbel, you see, looking down as you're floating, a bunch of pillars exploding.
Holy shit. Do I recognize them as the pillars from before?
You didn't see those pillars before.
Oh, well, it seems like something I should investigate.
Everyone who's currently in that room with the pillars, basically everybody but Gorbel, I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Is this against fire damage?
No.
Okay.
Can you outsmart
This
this
is
explosion?
this is going to be necrotic damage.
Oh, no.
Oh my fucking lord.
That just
22.
sounds bad.
28.
How are you all getting such
Actually,
decent wisdom
Pinwin, you
saves?
also have an advantage.
I do? How?
I have the candle.
Oh, thank God.
Not like
Well, hopefully it's
Yeah,
better.
roll
We'll
better.
see. 24.
Okay, you guys all... Wait, Willem, what was yours?
What was mine? I think it was 24, but
Okay, it was in the 20s.
22.
Yay.
Okay, 22.
All right, you guys all save from this. So, you're still going to take damage, but it's...
So is it Miraluk or Lyla? I'm confused.
the pillars are exploding.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just talking about the not pillars.
87, so half of that would be 43?
42 and a half.
42. So we'll go 43 or 42. We'll call it 42. You guys take 42 damage.
Do I take half of that?
It'd be...
Yes.
Why?
You because it's necrotic damage.
Are you resistant?
I am
He
now.
is.
Me too. Pinwin, are you
So yeah,
resistant?
if you
No.
Is there a damage that you're not resistant to?
not anymore.
Like, I feel like that's a shorter list.
Yeah, is that Lyla or Miraluk now that the pillars are?
You don't know. But those pillars are now gone.
Yay.
They have exploded. They filled the room with their magical energy, and they are gone. Now, only Lyla remains as an obstacle in this room. And you guys watch as suddenly the ceiling clears, and you guys can actually see Bem, Len, Dirk, Zyko, some random woman, Chester, and Gorbel floating in the air about 80 feet above you.
What about the gnome?
The gnome is not floating. He's in the previous room.
Oh, really? He didn't come?
No.
Probably because you
Then
said you were going to
activate
murder him.
Nah, that can't be it.
I'm going to
I
hang
said
out
it
back
pretty
here.
nicely.
I'm just going to not follow the murder
Yeah.
lady.
No thanks.
It's like the Zodiac killer approaches you and he's like, hey, I want to stab you over here. And you're just like,
I'm going to go this way.
I will not.
I'm going to Wendy's.
All right, so you've got this writhing creature there. You guys can see that your friends are floating above. It is now Pinwin's turn.
How much do I heal for?
What do you mean?
You have healing spirit.
Oh, that would be 7.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my healing is not effective at lower levels at all. Okay, can I try to discern if this is 100% Lyla or if it's mirror luck?
Give me insight.
Okay.
Can we all do that?
Yeah, you can all do insight.
Yay.
20!
26.
Fucking 27.
From what you guys can tell, this seems to be mirror luck overriding Lila's body.
Mirror luck, is that you?
You can't tell.
If you don't stop her now, she'll just dissipate and go back to her lair. So, find a way of stopping that.
Can you also stab your body while you're in it?
No.
Of course not.
What happens to you then?
We'll figure that out. Shoot it.
Oh, are you sure?
Paralyze the body with wood.
With wood?
You can... And if you kill it with fire or sun, then it'll actually die.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We got that.
I don't have fire.
Shoot it.
What if that kills her?
Let me get the
We
fuck
want to kill
away
her.
from
But not without fire.
We'll figure
Or
that out.
running water.
You're the fire guy. Fire her.
Yeah, you fire her.
But wait,
Shoot
but
her, though.
Let me fuck off first and then fire her.
She's close to dying though, right?
Keep shooting her.
Is she close to dying?
Don't worry about it. I'll finish her off. Shoot her.
Not if she's
Shoot
like
her!
Paralyze that.
I will shoot.
Paralyze it with wood.
Yeah.
Wood to the heart will paralyze
Where
it.
is wood? Do I have wood?
You have arrows? There's wood on arrows.
Oh,
You have a paintbrush?
There we go. Duh.
You also
Yeah,
have a paintbrush.
I'll shoot. Do I have a wooden arrow?
Every arrow is wood.
Just checking.
Most of your arrows are
Okay,
wood.
then I'll go with that, and I will go ahead and shoot a wood arrow.
Are you aiming at the heart?
Absolutely.
The DC will be higher, but I will allow you to do it.
Okay.
You have advantage.
Okay. That's nice, because I rolled the lowest I possibly can. Ugh. 19.
19? Does not hit.
What?
Was
Well,
the,
I have another attack.
was the lowest you could possibly roll a 1? Because you get to re-roll a 1.
No, a 2.
Oh, that's not the lowest.
It's Pinwin can't really roll ones because he's. I mean, unless I did it repeatedly. I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
I was just wondering because you said lowest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to try again.
So the first one like bounces off the flagstones,
Hits Willem.
ricochets
Sorry,
around the
that
room,
one.
and then just drops to the
kidding.
ground.
29 or
29.
let me see if I
that
crit.
does hit
Oh, no.
the heart. And you watch as the body like seizes up, and Lyla just like freezes in her strange, elongated form.
Prepare to die, you evil lady.
Willem, it's your turn.
Nobody else is around her.
Nope, she's all alone.
Okay. I am going to cast Create Bonfire on her
Okay.
from from where I am, far enough away. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'm far enough away. It's 60 feet. So yeah, I cast Create Bonfire on that bitch over there.
All right, so go ahead and roll. Let's see. Would be create bonfire damage.
First, you would need to make a dex save of 19.
She automatically fails
Okay.
dex saves because she's paralyzed.
And then she'll take 1d8 fire damage.
1d8 fire damage, which will then be 2d8 fire damage. So at least 8. So then you'll roll a d8 and then add that to it.
6.
So you are looking at 14 damage to her, and you watch as her body catches on fire as well. Tomar, or unless you have something else you want to do, Willem?
So she's already got a wooden arrow in the heart, and she's on fire.
Yep.
Okay. Where's the sword exactly?
Like basically like wedged into the muscle of her arm.
And how heavy would you say this sword is?
You don't know for sure. You've never actually lifted it. It's hard to say. But it definitely is a huge-ass sword, so it might be heavy.
Would you say more than 10 pounds?
Could be. You're not sure.
Fuck.
It's impossible to know. It's
Well, you can try Mage Hand
technically a
and see.
creature.
All right, I'm going to cast Mage
Yeah.
Hand.
Oh no.
Oh, no?
Go on.
Did you say
I
oh
did.
no?
Why?
Don't.
That's not
worry
even his
about it.
real hand.
No, it's fine. I reserve my oh no.
I don't understand.
You can't cast while simultaneously reserving an oh no.
I didn't cast anything other than a word. I cast oh no.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I cast Mage Hand and try to move the sword away from the fire.
Give me a charisma save.
It's my Mage Hand.
It is. Give me a charisma save.
Does he have charisma?
Give me a shut up save. 11.
Oh my gosh, no.
Willem, you are unable to lift the sword with your mage hand. And that's it.
Cool.
Yes, so, Tomar, it is your turn.
You said it's paralyzed, so any up close attack would be a critical hit.
Within 5 feet, it will be a critical.
I'm gonna fly up to her with my Spirit Guardians floating around me, and I'm gonna cast Hammer of the Forge at 7th level.
Okay.
And it's a melee spell attack. I drop down, I slam the hammer right in front of her, and explode out. And I do 103 fire damage.
Damn!
Show me what you got.
Yeah! Hell yeah! So all the dwarves that are around me are gonna form a phalanx. We're gonna all be in a line, and we're all gonna pose with the same hammer, and we're just gonna run up, jump all together. They're gonna swirl into the hammer as I bring it down, and then there's just gonna be a skadoosh explosion, like in a 30-foot radius everywhere.
All right, so this just, you guys watch this happen, and it's just like, actually, everybody give me just a dex save real quick. Everybody that's on the ground. So Pinwin and Willem and Shigara.
29.
Pinwin is unconscious.
He gets Terminator Judgment Day.
No, I crit. Yeah, that's helpful.
Nice.
Nice.
So the only person
31.
knocked over by this blast is actually Shigara. She like stumbles a little bit. She wasn't expecting that. You guys were like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna get my
Now
fucking
we all
solid
pushed
ass
your
horse
girlfriend.
stance."
I
She's
did
not
it.
hurt. She's not hurt by it. She just stumbled and kind of fell by the blast. And you guys watch as like Lila's body pretty much explodes. You guys also watch as like the sword, suddenly sitting there on its own, starts to dissolve.
Oh,
And you guys hear thanks. That was pretty fun. Why don't you give my brother hell for me? And
No.
Mirluck's sword disappears along with Lila's body.
what?
No.
Did we need to move the sword then? Seth, you could have bumped it with the hammer. Maybe.
And
Hey,
everything
Lindsey,
gets
remember
quiet.
when you asked what happens if a rune dies? Quit giving him ideas!
Everything gets quiet. Now there's only the hum of the machine on the platform. And you guys floating above.
And us not
Battle
knowing
has-
what's going on. What's up?
Battle has ended.
No.
Guys, we need to get down there.
Willem, what the hells was that? Why were you attacking me?
And me, Willem.
What's going on?
Friends, I'm so sorry. She bit me and infected me with her own thoughts, and it felt as if I wasn't in control of my own actions and was
Are you
slave to her
unbit
bidding.
now?
I'm not unbit, I don't think. No. But her presence, I feel, has left my brain.
Does anyone know anything about vampires?
Willem, you feel as though... So it's strange because the person who converted you is gone, but you feel there is another tenuous link somewhere beyond that, a stronger link, while still not as strong as the previous one. But it's definitely, if you were to follow that link, you know that the source would be really strong, and you have a very firm impression that that is the master, Benelok.
Interesting. I think that I may have some sort of, I don't know, some sort of link to the master now.
Oh, Willem.
I think he made Lyla one of his own, and by proxy, her making me one of her own, I've become possibly one of the master's own. You may need to destroy me.
I look up.
Gorbel and the others are now floating down, and you guys touch ground.
Oh, great to see you, Gorbel. Where did you go? Did you have a fun trip away from the fight?
Gorbel, it was so bad.
Yeah, and I think you're going to be pretty impressed with what happened.
I think you're gonna.
Anyway, where's Lyla?
I think you're gonna need to find a new old flame because she got burst into flames. She's dead. I exploded
I
her.
love how you guys keep acting like I still have a thing for her.
You said I love you to her.
Obviously,
Moments
That's
ago.
to throw her
And then
off
you
her
ran
rhythm.
away. What the hell?
Throw her off her rhythm, and then it gives you guys an opportunity. God.
Well, we did your work for you. It's dead.
Okay, but she's dead?
Yes, she's dead.
What about the wolves? Not us, those other things.
Well, I hate to break it to you, they're also dead.
And Miraluk
And
is
so
dead.
is Miraluk.
What?
Miraluk's dead. Everyone's dead except for us.
What did you guys do to
almost
Miraluk?
dead.
Miraluk sacrificed himself.
That's not like him.
He pulled a Tomar.
He probably
That's not
has.
like him.
He probably has an ulterior motive somewhere else. But whatever. I don't know. We need to find the seal.
Oh my god. Okay. Lots of drama outside, also lots of drama in Deepminster and Rose Lake.
Is this the good kind of drama?
I don't know
Please.
who's listening. There are people in the walls here, so
What?
Wait, what? People in the walls?
long story. There was a gnome in the wall. We found him. He's upstairs, I think.
What?
But I found the seal. And I hid it.
Is it broken?
No. But I control it. And I hid it.
Okay.
How did you hide a seal?
I don't know. I used my blood and, I guess, my imagination, and
My Barney bag?
I haven't checked, but I think it's where I put it.
Did you
in
hide
my
it
mind.
or did you close it?
I just hid it to protect it.
Oh. Can you close them instead?
By default, isn't a seal closed? If it's a seal?
Depends on the
Seth,
breed.
does this work? Can you just tell us, did that work?
Is the cork closed?
Yeah, I guess I thought that
It's a
it would
cork.
just be like
Yeah.
a closed thing
Me
that had
too.
to be like broken.
Well, I think a hidden seal means that it could potentially be open again. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
close
Maybe
it,
you
Absolutely.
guys should ask members of your entourage.
Oh.
Maybe one of them might have an insight.
Dirk?
they don't
Lem?
seem to.
Oh yeah, they had a lot of input upstairs.
Who knows about seals?
Show of hands.
Bem nods.
Oh, okay. Now someone is speaking up. I was looking for a little help while we were up there. No, I had to listen to some voices in my head.
Gorbel, stop yelling at the wolf.
I can't.
Can you tell us about the
I'm
seals,
shaken up.
please, Mr. Wolf?
Well, if a seal's purpose is to either remain a seal or to be broken open, keeping it as a seal, keeping it protected is as good as making sure
Yeah.
it cannot be broken.
You did it, Gorbel.
Nice work.
Well, now we just need to go to Rose Lake, and then we can take that seal. And then the
so we
Deepminster.
can't really go outside right now because there are hell dragons. And also, Rose Lake is under a similar demonic attack, and Deepminster has a giant eye that's attacking people, and also the throne room has the chrysalis, and there is some really creepy thing hanging on the wall guarding it.
Would that be Beldan?
Perhaps.
This is gonna sound callous.
But let's
I'm
kill
not surprised.
Beldan.
No, not. We may have to kill Beldan. I'm not really worried about that.
I've wanted to do that for years.
Whoa.
Finish your conversation.
He hasn't been cool for a really long time, you guys.
Those aren't grounds to just murder someone.
I don't mean murder, but I mean, haven't we gotten in enough fights with him where it would have been like, oh, whoops, our fight got out of hand?
Maybe you could argue that.
That wouldn't be murder.
No.
That would
My
just be.
sword slipped.
Manslaughter.
My callous thing I was gonna say is, if the seal is taken care of here, then we could just leave and go back to solving the rest of the more pressing concerns. I know that Bronze Wall might fall in that time, but we don't really have the time to deal with that stuff, if that makes sense.
As Tomar is saying that, I look over at the woman who's hanging on to Zyko, who's spent like almost her life protecting the city. Does she have a reaction to that?
She looks not happy with that, but also not. She doesn't say anything, but she looks a little miffed.
I just don't know how we can. We can't save everyone, but we're trying to save everyone. Like, there's going to be a lot of lives lost either way.
Exactly.
I don't know how we're going to go outside and fight a storm of demons.
I hope
Tomar, are
Durant
you
is
still
okay.
holding Lufric's head, by the way?
Yeah.
So, Gorbel, you would see that.
He's like resting under my arm, like I'm holding a basket of
Like
laundry.
in between basketball games.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you were holding that this whole time? It's hard to see from this angle since you're so short, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
why are you doing that?
Do you not want
That's
the
callous
Do you
thing.
do you not want the short man to bring your friend back to life? I can just drop
can you
him.
put
I
it
drop his
away?
head on the floor.
Splat.
Pinwin, can you put that in your bag or something?
Absolutely. I'll put the
God,
head in my bag.
That thing is like a jar of spaghetti sauce
Oh,
of
for sure.
Horrible
It's
bag.
gross.
fluids at this point.
Horrible bag.
You can bring him back, right?
Yeah, that's why I was holding it.
Okay.
Do you guys think Durant is okay?
That's why we need to go to Rose Lake.
While they're doing all that, I'm consoling and apologizing to Shigara.
That was pretty rude, the way you shoved me. I understand you weren't in your full capacity, but I didn't like it.
There's argument to be made that it wasn't me, and there's not really any blame to be placed
Doubling down.
on me.
If I can add something,
Yes,
You can't.
please.
You can't. She puts her
Please.
hand up. You can't.
it's really important.
And then she
though.
like leads Willem over to the side. Your friends, while I appreciate who they are quite interjectory. They really like to just get in a conversation that might need to be between two people.
You'll get used
They
to
just
it.
filled me in, and I cannot believe you did that.
Okay, so maybe Gorbel can come over and discuss this with us. And I understand you are not in your normal capacity. It was just a shock to the system, and I do not hold any ill will towards you, Willem.
Well, I would hope not. I mean, are you okay?
It's been a strange few weeks, but I think I'm okay. Though, and she kind of indicates the vat. We might have to do something about that. I think there are more of me in there.
I agree. Yeah, Tomar and I have dealt with something like this before. We're essentially just going to have to destroy it. While I'm talking to her, just because I can't help but be suspicious, can I do like insight to make sure that it is her?
Oh,
Sure, yeah.
You push
Go ahead
her.
and give me an
You
insight
don't
check.
trust her. This is a a slippery slope.
So Shigara, I know, would let me push her.
Because, you know, our song is,
Push it real good.
I was going to say just Push by Matchbox 20, but yeah. Yeah, I rolled a 15, I think. Or was
Okay,
it worse than that? No, it was 15.
The mannerisms are obviously there.
Okay.
The way she's speaking is very much like how you expect her to speak. You can't be 100% sure that it's her, but it's definitely not the same sort of feeling you got from the previous like simulacrum.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think definitely before we go anywhere, we'll probably want to destroy this thing because this is bad news bears.
Well, let's destroy it now then. I don't like the way that it sort of sits there holding an essence of me.
I can't argue with that.
Can I please add one more thing to ease the tension in here?
Shigara like looks over at you. She looks back at you, Willem.
And I just stare at Tomar.
That's that low charisma for you.
I think it's telling that even when he was the most mind controlled by evil, he still chose to attack me and not you.
I immediately turn to Shigar and nod approvingly.
You were right in front of him, holding him in place, and he pushed you aside to save you, and he attacked me because he knew I would handle it. Or even if I couldn't, he valued your life over mine.
And that's well and good, Tomar, is it? Right, Tomar? That's all well and good, but I'm not mad at Willem anymore.
I
That
just
was
think
a momentary
I'm
thing.
just
I think
arguing
you're
for brownie
focused on the
points.
wrong things. We've moved along. We're talking about the vat now.
Oh, well, we can definitely deal with the vat.
But I appreciate you coming to bat for him, and it's good to know that Willem has
wink
good
at
friends.
Willem.
I step behind Shigar and I just give him like 2 thumbs up, like.
I'm not upset. I'm not some. I understand what happened, but I appreciate you trying to go to bat for your friend. However, that vat needs to be destroyed because something evil is in there.
Well, I'll go to vat for that friend, and then I'll go to the vat, and I'll see if there's a simple way of destroying this.
And Willem, Shigar like kind of like scoops your hand, and she's like, "It is actually quite sweet that he's willing to say that, but let's just let him have this."
And
No-
then you look over
no
towards
arguments
us
here.
hitting it like,
Clang, clang, clang.
little help, someone.
I'd like to know. I've never used that before.
What?
Wait, is it magic?
I've never seen it before. Dismantled it before. I'll help you.
All right.
Can I poke it with my sword?
Oh, yeah. Maybe give that a shot. Last time I had to teleport it to the abyss, so
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's like the more powerful we get, the more powerful and more items that we like accumulate, the stupider we get.
It's really interesting that a bunch of level 20s are like, oh, there's this fucking thing. I gotta punch it, I guess.
We're just street fightering the fucking car.
I go and I give it a poke. I never have stabbed anything with this. I've only just like gently.
Are you gonna straight up stab it?
Kill
No, I'm gonna
it,
poke.
Gorbel.
So nothing happens when you poke.
What the fuck? Maybe it's the innards that are magical. I dip.
It's a huge copper machine. You'll have to like get through it.
Oh, I imagine it as like a pool, like a stock tank pool.
No, it's like a brewery vat. One of those giant like cylindrical objects that has like a sealed top.
Ugh. Okay. Well, I don't want that magical juice like leaking. So I'm gonna ask Tomar to give me a boost.
I'll.
Will you give me a boost?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like shit, but totally step
Oh.
on me, please.
I'm sorry, Bem. Will you give me a boost?
Bem like floats up, goes back to his normal size, very large, and like leans his head down so that you can climb on top.
I get on top of his head.
All right, you're pretty much level with the top of the vat.
Okay. And I raise up my sword of nullification
And you look down at the sealed top. You'll have to open the top or stab through it.
I was going to stab through it. I didn't
All
know
right.
it could open easily.
No, I was just letting you know that you can't see into it.
Okay, I notice a latch.
No latch.
Oh.
You'll have to stab through.
I
Is
don't
what I was
know.
implying. You don't see inside.
Back to my original plan. I raise my sword of nullification over my head and I stab through the top.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Why do I feel like I'm going to get hurt?
It just bounces off and lodges in your forehead.
Nullifies your brain.
No effect.
Okay, 19.
All right. So you slink your sword in, and rather than like explode or anything, the vat itself, the walls just kind of like fall apart. Like peeling a banana, they just slink down.
Ew.
And there's a bunch of forms inside that suddenly go and disappear, leaving one that tumbles down to the ground and lands in like a kind of like a jaunty little stance.
Please tell me it's a little baby Shagara. Like
No.
little
What if it's a
tiny-
real Shagara?
It is a lank human form with a mask cinched tight with a drawn face on it.
No.
You guys, and you hear, "Hey guys."
Ah!
And suddenly the roof is torn off. And you guys look up and you see the dark night sky. And in the sky are dozens and dozens of hell dragons.
Well, shit.
And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Jeez.
Why, Seth? Why?
Lame.
It's so much.
Maybe it should I have just left it like that?
Lame.
What?
Should I have just left it closed?
I knew I should have plane shifted the fucking thing. I could have cast plane shift and sent it to the abyss.
Oh, man.
Willem could have used his mask.
I didn't want to step on anyone's toes. I already
would've
killed
thought that
Lyla,
was-
so
I thought I got too cocky with my sword. Now I'm gonna die.
All right, tell me why you guys deserve 5 points of boon.
Because
I
we're
don't-
gonna die.
I don't know that we do.
Well, I don't know. After a lot of struggles, I finally did a seal steal.
I killed Lyla again. I've killed Lyla more times than Gorbel's one time.
Achievement
Why should I
unlocked.
keep? That makes it sound like I still have like feelings there.
Well, you can't because she's exploded. So
Oh, I have a feeling she'll be showing up again.
she better not show up again because
Well, it's happened before.
we're in the last arc.
We use wood and fire. I don't know what else to use.
She just full on Freddy Krueger's us and
She's the
haunts us in our
epilogue
nightmares.
person that just comes up like,
Rasputin.
like getting progressively more destroyed looking. She's like Chucky in the last Chucky movie.
Yeah. Her head's just sewn onto like some random gnome body.
So why do you guys deserve 5 points of boon? We've got a couple. We've had a couple here.
don't.
Why else?
We don't. I feel other than like Gorbel protecting the seal, but then like negating the good by releasing Calcifer and blowing the lid off the thing for.
To be fair, we were
I'm
all
not
telling
taking
her to
the
do
responsibility for that.
it. Yeah.
Well, that's strange because it was you that did it.
I felt encouraged by everyone. I felt encouraged by everyone. I was
Gorbel.
I was reading the vibe of the room.
Oh man, I feel like it's one of those games like the Until Dawn, and we just made like mostly bad decisions and got like the bad outcomes for the most part.
You guys could still resolve it.
It was just unfortunate rolls. Like if you had saved against those things, then you wouldn't have had to do the things you did.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVP.
Now,
PPPC, most valuable player character. I want you guys to tell me who deserves an additional 5 points of boon. Now, for the audience's benefit and for you guys, kind of, I want... Willem is 1, Tomar is 2, Pinwin is 3, and Gorbel is 4.
This episode is brought to you by
when I
Sake.
count to 3, I want you guys to hold up the number of corresponding fingers to the person you think deserves that extra 5 points of boon. Now take a moment to decide who you want to win, and then we will vote. 1, 2, 3, vote! That's a 5. Is that me?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, so who are you actually voting for, Willem? 4. Okay. For perhaps the first time ever, maybe the second, we've got a single vote for literally everyone.
We planned this while you peed.
We did, actually.
You stupid fool.
Fucked your shit up good.
Keep them up there. Gorbel, why did you vote for Willem? Don't put him down until I call your name.
I thought that it was, I enjoyed the whole thing with Willem, like, fighting off the control of Lyla, and I not that I want him to harm Tomar, but I liked that he, like, you know, tried to protect his woman and get Tomar instead. I just thought it was fun. But now I'm very curious about how this is going to play out moving forward. I also enjoyed his makeup conversation with Shagara, because I like a little drama.
This week, the only way is Essex.
Pinwin, why did you vote for Tomar?
Because he saved me from the brink of death. I was unconscious, and then he saved me multiple times today. So that was really helpful when he did that. He also killed Lyla. I mean, it was teamwork. We did together, really. But that was cool with the Spirit Guardians again, and them all working together. Teamwork within the teamwork. Wow. Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. Real nice. Tomar, why did you vote for Pinwin?
Because out of all of us, he was the not most detrimental for me. Like, he was actually helping fight the thing. He wasn't being controlled by the thing. Just all around actually being useful to the fight. I appreciate that.
What did I do to you?
Nothing. Exactly. That's my point.
She can't help. She got trapped in the door.
Sitting here being a good sister.
I am not.
From above.
Have fun with that head. Just gonna keep it around, put it in a flower pot.
Why are you being a jerk about this?
I just feel like you should have been there to fight.
I'm allowed to have close friends outside of the family.
This was your mess.
Willem.
He's gonna put Lufric's head in a flower pot, and it's gonna be a Luflac.
Go away.
Go away.
I take my vote back.
Willem, why did you vote for Gorbel?
Because she protected and hid the seal. Plain and simple.
Very good. All right. Since we have a tiebreaker, every single one of you is going to get 4 points of boon. I just rolled for it. So congratulations. Tonight's MVPCs are...
It's everyone.
Willem Shadegazer. Willem Shadegazer, Tomar Ironfist, Pinwin Dingleroot, and Gorbel Icetower.
Yes.
All right, legitimate
We
question.
should plan this more often.
Legitimate question. What happens when 2 people simultaneously hit 100?
Yeah.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
We win.
That's an interesting scenario.
Just short circuits.
And I'll come up with something. It should be special though.
Have you guys been marking the boon that I've been handing out as
No.
Boon Master?
You have no
No.
real power.
Wait, you haven't?
No, we'd have
No.
way more otherwise.
I would.
Oh my gosh, what the hell?
Someone who's listening, go back and listen to all the Michaela boon, and then we'll add them.
Yeah.
I was being really critical about it too.
Well,
Do all
maybe
the
you should.
boons that
Her standards are a lot higher than mine.
I was taking my job very seriously.
What about all the boons that you awarded in our chat? Are we supposed to take those too?
I'm retiring as as boon
Because I think
master.
I think I hit 100 then.
I also
As
did
well.
not. I did not add all the many boons I gave myself when I was making shitty jokes.
Thank you for not doing that.
Boone. I'm gonna start my own Boone's farm.
Nice.
Whenever anybody says boon, I just take it as one of my own.
Yeah, let me ruminate on that, and I think it is, if two people hit 100 at the same time, that's obviously something that should be celebrated. So yeah, let me think.
Pizza
on
party?
We all work. Yeah, that is the
pizza
classroom goal equivalent. Like that's what you do.
Yeah.
is pizza
it.
party.
Pizza party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all were
No,
going to get a boon anyway. Can we get 2 boons each? Everyone? Everybody gets a boon.
I'll consider it. Let's. I'll come up with something.
Do we all start
Give me-
back at 0 again?
after the 100? If you guys all were to say, if I gave you each 2 boons, yes, you would all start at 0.
What are you at right now, Michaela?
Like 90 or something.
Right on.
What about you?
80 CX.
Oh man, we were all pretty close.
What a hell of a ride.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna die because seems like
Yes.
we are. It doesn't
really-
seem good.
I
have
really thought
40
Tomas
HP
was gonna put
again.
me fucking down. Not gonna lie.
I have
really
like
thought it was
2
gonna
spell
be
slots.
well, radiant fucking fireball from the sky.
I was trying not to hurt you.
I know, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I really thought it was just gonna be like, I don't have time for this.
Bite. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Chad Piper for that awesome intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. We really appreciate it. Thanks to you patrons. Thanks for hanging out in our Discord. By the way, our Discord is now free and open to the public. Check out our episode description. You can get a link there or any of our social media platforms. Hang out with us. Come shit post with us. We're having a good time in the Discord, so come along for the ride. Also, if you're interested, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/D20_syndicate. We have a cool bevy of offerings that might convince you to make us warlocks for your cause. You could be our patron. We could be your warlock. It's very D&D-esque. It's kismet. Check them out. See what we have. See if anything works for you. Also, if you're listening and you like what you hear, please consider rating us on iTunes. Also, consider leaving us a review. Every review you leave, whether it be on iTunes, Google, if you write a note, a post-it note, and stick it to my truck, I will read it on the podcast. So definitely give us a review, find a way of getting it to us, and we shall read it. Thanks for listening tonight, folks. We'll see you next week, but that's it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Fare thee well.
Very
My
well,
honey.
my honey.
Give us a little.
Ooh. No, I'm not good at it. Nope, I'm so not good at it.
Vomits.
Nope.
Gallbladder balls. Apparently, you can have thick ass gallbladder balls.
I mean, that's a bad thing because it sounds good
It does.
from like a structural standpoint.
Yeah.